Hi guys, welcome to this video. This is the first video in this short course that I will be presenting on some of the strategies and trading systems that I've been using over the last 2 years, day trading on the stock market. There's probably going to be about 5 or 6 videos depending on how we get on. First 2, maybe 3 videos we will be covering some of the more sort of fundamental ideas behind these systems that I'm going to introduce you to. I really struggled for about 8 months, losing a small fortune trying to trade the stock market, and I learned some pretty hard lessons, and hopefully I'm going to just simplify most of it for you, because I think most books and courses just overcomplicate things for no real reason. So as I said, we're mainly going to focus on some simple trading strategies. And when I say simple, I mean, this is like ABC stuff. Now, I mean, there are some complicated trading strategies out there, but for the most part, you don't really need it. Honestly, I think, if you're not a big trader, you don't need anything fancy. I mean, there are more than enough simple strategies to be successful with, and I think when I started simplifying things, it started changing for me. So I mean, having a strategy is one thing, but using it successfully is another. And what I'm going to try and do in the first 2 or 3 videos is just sort of give you some ideas to help you with developing the right mindset and the right understanding to actually make a success out of the strategies themselves. So the difference between making a lot of money and losing a lot of money is surprisingly small. I mean, I think the things that I'm doing now that I didn't do 18 months ago is only very small, but it's those small differences that actually creates the big change. So hopefully I'll help you identify some of those. And the big difference that makes all the difference is not necessarily in what you do, but in how you do it. So if we want to succeed on the stock market, it's really important that you have a basic understanding of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and then also having the right mindset. And you got to trust in the system you're using, and if it's a formula you're using, you got to trust in it and think. As soon as you start doubting it, you'll act on the doubt. And even though it sounds a bit airy-fairy, but it really is true. So you gotta sort of develop that belief in what you're doing, and then actually doing it is just simple. It's a formula we're going to use, and we're going to systematically trade it, and just stick to the rules. It's as simple as that. So I mean, I think that's sort of it for that side of it. When we actually get to the strategies, you gotta, I mean, I'm not going to teach you anything that I invented or developed. I mean, I'm not nearly smart enough for that. You don't need to. I mean, there's plenty of really well researched, proven methods that real traders have been using for a long time, and they're still using it, and they will still use it in the future. And these things work, and all we need to do is just find out how they do it and then apply the rules. It's as simple as that. So hopefully I'm going to be helping you with that. So one of the things that I certainly wanted to know most of all when I started was which stocks to pick. I mean, if you could tell me which ones are going to go big. I want to know. But to be honest with you, it's not what most people think it is, and it's certainly not what I thought it was. It's definitely not luck. If you want to trade on luck, you might win 1 in 100 if you're lucky, but it's just not worth it. The other misconception is that it's this mysterious secret that only a few people know, and that's just rubbish, because it's not. I mean, it's not about how smart you are. It's just you got to apply the rules, and it's simple stuff, and anyone can do it. And then the last one is just the whole. There's a lot of people seem to think that if you trade on your hunches and having a good feeling about something, that's the way to go. And maybe it is for some people, but if that's the case, you might as well just go and gamble, because you'd probably make more money, to be honest. I mean, what we want to do is we want to find a more scientific approach to it, and you really have to take that attitude, and that for me was a huge thing, and it made a huge difference. So if you treat this as a scientific sort of mechanical thing, then you're probably going to have a lot more success. And we're going to use a system. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of systems that I use every day, and it's about applying the rules. Simple as that. There's no real thinking. It's just you gotta just keep it black and white, and that's a thing. So yeah, I mean, I think that's that for the first video. That's sort of as an introduction. Hopefully it will give you an idea of where we're going with this. But in the next video, I'm going to show you something very important, and that is how can you tell if a stock is going to go up or down. And that's quite a big thing. And then hopefully after that we can sort of start looking at some of the systems. But in the next video I'm going to start showing you some actual examples, and you'd start getting a better idea. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.